Hey everybody, this is Jay's OutLaw Frags. I want to say thank you for being here one more time. Now today we're going to do something special. Well, it's not so much special. We're going to talk about, well, I'm going to tell you in 2 seconds after I run the quick intro. So today what I'm going to talk about is I was contacted by Babylon Fragrances, and they reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in checking out a couple of their fragrances, and I was like, yep, you know what, sure, no problem. Especially in today's current financial situation, I'm all about if somebody wants to help me out with some kind of fragrances that I can make content with. So here we are, let's go. I've got 3 of them that they sent to me. 1 full presentation so I can show you what it looks like, and then 2 of their travel atomizers, which I am kind of familiar with because I've got a couple of just like this myself. So the first one we are going to talk about, or we're going to actually take a look at, is their travel atomizers. And I will say, let's see which one is, this is Millesime Imperial. And this one is Oajan. So I have it. Ooh, and it didn't break. I dropped. So I have a small decant sample of Millesime Imperial. And then I have a carded sample of Oajan, which these 2 are going to be clones of. And the full presentation that they sent, then if you order something from these guys, it's going to show up to you like this. Now, I haven't smelled any of these. This is a first impression. But I will say, as a clone house, this is really nice. This is a nice presentation. I kind of dig the black matte bottles. I mean, they're very reminiscent to what most of the clone houses are using. EJ from Happy Land Studios uses the same style bottles. Now this is a 50 ml bottle, and this one is a clone of this guy right here, which is Parfums de Marl, and this is Pegasus. Now this has been one of my favorites for a long time. The first time this was a love at first sniff. The first time I smelled this, I was absolutely amazed. I really love this fragrance. You know, I've heard people say that Parfums de Marl is a clone house, and this is a clone of Dior. What are they? Dior Poison or Dior? One of the Diors. You know, I have a hard time. Oh, that smells so good. I'm thinking that this is a clone house. I think they take inspiration just like every other house that's out there. You can't help but be kind of influenced by something that already exists. Not only that, man, the caps on these are just amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to smell some stuff. So the first one, I don't want to start out with the full bottle. What I want to start out with is Millesime Imperial, because, man, spring's here, and sooner or later it's going to be summer. And I really like this. I can't bring myself to buy a full bottle of Millesime Imperial because Creed's prices are just ridiculous, and I ain't got that ridiculous kind of money right now. I know a lot of people ain't got that ridiculous kind of money. So we're going to smell these 2 and see what we get. Grab me up water, make sure it is clean. Like I said, yeah, as you can see, there we go. Wow, the atomizer on that is really good. And this is Miami, is the name of the fragrance for Babylon Fragrances, their clone of Millesime Imperial. Yeah, that's definitely close. We'll take a gander at the original. I don't have, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but there's maybe 2 mils left in that. They are Miami is actually, in the opening, really close. I would say that your average person wouldn't be able to to tell the difference. Not only that, your average person hasn't smelled Millesime Imperial. Most people don't even realize that Creed is an actual niche fragrance house. You know, and that's excluding people like us. If you're watching this video, more than likely you know about Creed, but I'm talking about the average. Your average guy in the street has no idea that this even exists. But it's absolutely, it's wonderful. And I will have to say, as a comparison, this is probably, in the opening, they are, I mean, there's some tiny little differences in the opening, but it is super, super close. Now, I would love to be able to tell you about the longevity and the projection, but like I said in the beginning of this, these are all 3 first impressions. But I will say I am rather impressed by this. Now, for Millesime Imperial, it falls into the group of woody floral musk, which you get, you know, and the main accords are marine, salty, citrusy, fruity, and aromatic. Now, for the original, so the note breakdown for the clone Miami from Babylon Fragrances is fruity notes, sea salt, lemon, bergamot, iris, orange, musk, woody notes, and marine notes is what you get as a note breakdown from Babylon. So they share the same note breakdown, or they are publishing the same note breakdown. I will say, in the opening, they are super close. And in the hot weather, I don't know if you guys have ever had a chance to wear this. Like I said, I only have a couple of mils left of this. But in the summertime, what I like to wear that smells really close to this is Sean John Unforgivable, which I really, really enjoy. So this is one I'm going to enjoy wearing this summer. The next one we're going to talk about is this one right here. And this one is their clone of Parfums de Marl Oajan. There we go. Oh, that does smell really, really good. So there is, this one is Babylon's fragrance, and here is a carded sample from Parfums de Marl, and this is Oajan. So let's see how close these two are. First one I'm really impressed with. Come on, you can do it. Wow, that's amazing. The opening on these two are spot on. I really, sitting here smelling them side by side. Well, okay. As it's kind of settling down, I'm starting to pick up a tiny little difference. But I mean, it's so small, it's negligible. Oajan from Parfums de Marl is an Oriental, one of my favorite groups. And the accords to this are warm, spicy, balsamic, cinnamon, honey, and sweet, which is a wonderful combination. I would really love to have an entire bottle of this, but I think after smelling these two, I gotta say that, you know, Babylon Fragrances clone is so close that I will have to say that if I put these down at this moment right now, at this part of the dry down, the head of these are so close I cannot tell the difference. I mean, I'm really super impressed with this. Now I have a 10 ml decant of Oajan that I use very sparingly in the wintertime when it gets cold because I really enjoy it. Hey everybody, I want to say thank you for being here. I had to stop in the middle of this video because I needed to bring just this itty bitty little bit of information to you. I am like everybody else. In the middle of this pandemic, I have lost my job, my income. So what I've figured out
that I'm going to try and do, because I'm not going to panhandle. I'm not going to sit here and ask anybody for money. But what I am going to do is figure out how to get my hustle on. So I have been a partner with Amazon for a while now, and what I'm asking you guys to do, if you're watching my videos, if you're sitting here and you're looking at me right now, which you have to be in order to see this, if you're going to go do any shopping on Amazon, do me a favor, use my links below. It doesn't cost you anything. If you use my link, you don't have to buy the fragrance or whatever the link is for. I'll leave a general link in the descriptions, but it's there. If you use it, whatever you buy earns me a tiny little percentage. It doesn't cost you anything. It's not an inconvenience for you. You just come here, click on the link, and go shop. Helps me out a ton. I'm like everybody else, I'm trying to figure out how to make ends meet, man, and they're getting further and further apart. So with your help, maybe I can get a little closer. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
It falls right into the main group of fragrances that I personally really enjoy in cold weather or cooler weather. I am a big fan of Herod, which kind of falls in this kind of group as well. But I gotta tell you, I am super impressed. You know, I will say for the openings at this point in time, gotta be 90% close. They did an outstanding job. And let's take a look at the note breakdown, because I'm noticing when I did my research, they're posting the same notes as what the original has. So with Parfums de Marl, the top notes are cinnamon, honey, osmanthus, benzoin, labdamen, ambergris, artemisia, patchouli, musk, vanilla, and tonka bean. All those things are wonderful, especially when you put them together like that. I will say that Babylon Fragrances, their version of Oajan, which is named Burning Desire, is outstanding. What I have right here is, at this point in time, and they're dried on, is so close I can't tell the difference. If you put this on and then walked out and on one on each hand and say, hey, smell these, can you tell the difference? At this point in time, I couldn't. And I want to talk a little bit about their atomizers. These travel atomizers are actually really nice because it gives you a little bit of protection for the glass vial, and it is a glass vial. The atomizer on these guys are outstanding. You just got to see how well they spray. And then for stuff like this, if I have a full bottle, I keep these and then fill them back up. And then, like I've told you guys over and over, I try to carry an atomizer of whatever I'm wearing during the day. So this works out perfect. Sooner or later, I will end up with a bottle of Oajan, hopefully. And then I'll be able to use this as my atomizer and refill it over and over again. Now, on to the main player of the show, and that is going to be this one right here. And this is Parfums de Marl, and this is Pegasus. Like I said, this one here was Love at First Sniff. And their version is called Areion. Yeah. And I'll put the name right down here, so in case I'm butchering it, you can read it for yourself. So I am super familiar with the scent characteristics of this. Let's see if they're close. Well, you know what? Let's spray the original first. You know, I like this so much that I actually have 2 bottles of Craze from Armoff because they smell so close. This is an amazing scent. This is one that I think a man or a woman could wear this without any issues. The bitter almond in this and the sweetness is absolutely wonderful. Now the group for Pegasus is an Oriental Frangé. The almond in this is delightful. The main accords is almond, floral, vanilla, powdery, fresh, spicy, and balsamic. I get great projection. I get great longevity out of this. This is just an absolutely outstanding fragrance. And for my taste, I absolutely love that. Let's take a look at Babylon's cologne and see. There we go. Man. Whoever makes these atomizers that are selling to all the cologne houses really do a good job. Okay. Well, there is quite a big difference in the opening. I would say, well, not quite a bit. It's probably 75% the same off of the first blast. But I could definitely tell the difference. We'll let it settle for a couple of minutes. Now, I will say, again, like I did in the beginning, I really enjoy the black bottle. This is really neat. You know, I will say can I say I will say one more time? This is a really nice presentation for the price. I mean, I wish it was a 100 ml bottle, but you know, and on the bottom, it has a sticker with some information. I'm trying to see if maybe there's a batch code. I mean, that's kind of asking a little bit for a clone house. But I will say Kevin at Sin Obsession has done one thing that I really appreciate, and he puts the date that he actually mixes his fragrances on a sticker on the bottom. So right on, Kevin. I think everybody should do that. The presentation on this is outstanding. Now, out of all three, I'm gonna have to say that this is the furthest one from the original. It still smells really good. It definitely has the whole kind of inspired by thing going on. You can definitely tell that this is an inspiration of Pegasus. But it's not exactly Pegasus. I mean, I gotta say that it's probably 75% close at this point in time. Still super, super good. If you are a fan of Bitter Almond and everything that is in the original, you're still gonna like this too. So this is another good one as well. It's not as close as the two others. I will have to say that out of the three that I have, Oajan has got to be my favorite one from Babylon Fragrances. They nailed it with that one. So I want to say once more, since you've been here this long, do me a favor and like, comment, subscribe. As always, I will see you on the next one.
Hey everybody, I want to say thank you for being here. I had to stop in the middle of this video because I needed to bring just this itty bitty little bit of information to you. I am like everybody else. In the middle of this pandemic, I have lost my job, my income. So what I've figured out that I'm going to try and do, because I'm not going to panhandle, I'm not going to sit here and ask anybody for money, but what I am going to do is figure out how to get my hustle on. So I have been a partner with Amazon for a while now, and what I'm asking you guys to do, if you're watching my videos, if you're sitting here and you're looking at me right now, which you have to be in order to see this, if you're going to go do any shopping on Amazon, do me a favor, use my links below. It doesn't cost you anything. If you use my link, you don't have to buy the fragrance or whatever the link is for. I'll leave a general link in the descriptions, but it's there. If you use it, whatever you buy earns me a tiny little percentage. It doesn't cost you anything. It's not an inconvenience for you. You just come here, click on the link, and go shop. Helps me out a ton. I'm like everybody else. I'm trying to figure out how to make ends meet, man, and they're getting further and further apart. So with your help, maybe I can get a little closer. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.